content. Shilling. What's wrong with Brie Larson now? The fandom is broken once again. These shills, grifters, and nils have ruined everything. Now it falls to me to assemble a crew to fix this broken fandom. Computer, find me a video games expert.
Name Mr. Green Expertise Video Games, codename The Great Daitokuji.
I need an anime expert.
Name Mr. Blue Expertise Anime and Comic Books, codename Kenshiro.
I need a movies and collectibles expert.
Name Mr. Black Expertise Collectibles and Movies, codename GQ.
So yeah, it's going to be a great episode today. We've got Megatron from RoboSyn, and it's going to be a good unboxing.
Finally, I need an operator.
Name Mr. Red Expertise Wrestling and Comic Books, codename Simon Says.
The team is complete. Computer, assemble the Culture Junkies live crew.
What's up, everybody out there to Culture Junkies Land? I am Kishiro. Welcome back to Culture Junkies Live. This is the Great Daitokuji. This is GQ wearing a snazzy Castlevania shirt. And over there is
Megatron
wearing Detroit 316. And over there, actually, he isn't asleep, as Simon says.
I'm awake, man. I'm awake.
He is awake. He's here, and he's ready to rock and roll. So today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, including the unexpected return of Halo to prominence on Netflix. Got a second lease on life. What does that mean for other...
Wait a minute. Like it's
a live-action show.
like a third season.
It got canceled. Netflix
Possibly.
is supposedly bringing
So they just bringing back the first two.
Yeah, it's on the first two, and it is a hit. It may get a third season. We'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
Also, Megatron and I saw The Smashing Machine, and we're wondering, well, there actually really is no real wonder why it flopped, but we do have some comments on Dwayne. Dwayne, yes, it did. Big time.
They said it was the worst movie, I believe, ever.
Ever. He said ever. And like he saw.
No, I didn't say ever.
No. He
The
saw
internet,
he saw the article.
The article said ever. Like financially ever.
Like and that's hard to do, and that's really hard to do. But anyway,
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's what I was trying to do. I said ever? I'm like, how?
We got a lot to get to. The other Steve, what's up? What's up to you? Wolverine Solid X. Shout out to the Tigers. That's why I'm wearing the Old English D here for the win. And Harrison says, nice shirt, obviously.
What? That's a Michigan. Never mind. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
What?
It's a Michigan hat.
And?
It's not no Tiger color.
It is Old English D, man. You know what?
That's not. I'm just
You know
saying.
what? You know what?
I was wondering
You know
why you
what?
was dressed like
You
that.
know what? Enough out of you.
That's like a
Enough
gas
out of
station fraudulence hat. That's what it looks like. One of them hats from the gas station that just got everything
ain't
on
no
it.
fake D. This is the real deal. Like this came. You know what?
Anybody can print an Old English
enough
D
of you
on
and
a
your
hat.
sidetracking self.
It's
Anyway,
the hat. Is the sidetrack.
Let's go. It is not the sidetrack.
Sidetracking
Anyway,
cap.
out there, and welcome back to the show. I like to ask a nice icebreaker question, like we did last week with the arcade thing. So I'm gonna ask y'all this: we've lived through numerous generations of games. If you had to choose one era of video games that you just stay in forever, which would it be? Which device would it be?
Oh,
Console or device? Who wants to go first?
me now.
Now?
Wow, really?
Now?
Okay, man.
You'd rather have now over? Okay.
I'm not going back. I'm
I'm
not
going back might have been more fun.
I mean, that would be from a nostalgia standpoint. Graphically, we are further than we've ever been before, and we'll continue to push forward. I wouldn't, want to be stuck. No, I mean, if I go back, do I not remember anything forward?
Yeah, this is it. That's it. Like, you're in it.
Yeah,
forever.
It's Desert Island. You're
Desert Island. You're stuck with one console the rest of your life. That's it.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, then
easy.
I will have to go. I don't want to say it, but I'll have to
Say
go
it.
with the Master Race, my friend.
PC
And
Master Race.
I'll go with because I got
Damn, you know what?
Steam, I got Xbox, and I got the PlayStation.
Damn it. I apologize to all y'all out there in the chat. I should have outlawed that right from the jump. That's my fault.
Well, you didn't.
That's my fault. Yep, that's my fault.
Sometimes you got to loophole him. Had he had on a real hat, he might have caught it. But
Okay. Anybody else? Who else wants to go?
Oh, well, 100% now.
Yeah.
But I would do it a little bit different because if I can't pick a PC because PC does everything,
That's pretty much why I would have outlawed, but whatever.
I'll pick the Switch 2 because the Switch 2 has old Nintendo classics, it has new Nintendo classics, it has the indie titles that are coming out on the PC, and the Switch 2 apparently can play on a lot of the stuff that is graphically superior to. Not as much. I'm not going there. I'm not saying it's hitting those 570s and 580s and 590s or 59s. Excuse me for all those out there who are going to correct exactly what I said. I meant the 5090s and all the other brands of video cards that are out there. But it can do it real well. And at 4K, 60 frames a second for a lot of the stuff. And it's portable, even though who cares about that? That's probably. And
You care? Don't you take it with you?
not really. I mean, I do, but they end up not playing anything. Why'd I take it? What the heck? You on the airplane? Like, I can play something going to sleep.
I hear that. Anybody else? Simon Says, what about you?
Dreamcast. Just for the fact that, like you
Oh.
said, great launch, great games. Two of my favorites are Skies of Arcadia. That's my favorite RPG, and then of course Third Strike. Playing that all.
Yeah. GQ, what about you?
I was gonna say PS3 because of Grand Theft Auto 5, but Grand Theft Auto 5 has been on the PS4 and the PS5, so
And the
it
PS5,
kinda
technically.
doesn't really matter. I would say I'm gonna stick with the current because of the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming. So, yeah,
Eventually.
yeah, at some point in life.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
the only person that said a retro console was that man over there. I'm a little surprised by that.
The Switch 2 can be a retro console. You can find a lot of Third Strike. I can play on my Switch 2 right now if I want to, and that goes for Project Justice and the Dark Stalkers, and a lot of Capcom stuff is already there, so I don't have to freaking finagle it to hook it up to a TV. I mean, the only thing I couldn't do was Skies Arcadia because Sega won't bring out their. God damn it, Sega, what the hell's wrong with you? It's like, you got the classics, just bring them out. We would literally just not even an hour ago. Shinobi collection. You just came out with the new Shinobi. Why did I have a collection with all the Shinobis that's not the newest one?
Plus, the advantage of the Switch is also that the Nintendo Classics library. So you've got all the old, not all, but the majority of the good old Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, and they got what?
and Genesis too.
And
Genesis, TurboGrafx, and 64.
Yeah, 64, GameCube.
And let's not forget, they are, if I'm not mistaken, there's a remake of Golden Axe coming out soon. So
Yep, and they're making a new Golden Axe, they're making a new Streets of Rage. Sega's bringing back some
Crazy
classics,
Taxi.
but they need. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of compilation stuff to Sega, and it's usually the same games over and over again. Which, okay, that's fine because there's always new people playing stuff. But give us some of the other classics out there. There's
got a couple
lot.
gifts. Got a couple gifts.
What's up to Big O33 over there on TikTok? Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate you. What's up to you?
Hey.
If I had to pick, man, I might go PS1. PS1 was my listen, man. Like my favorite era of gaming was probably that first PlayStation. The number of games that you had, it just I don't know. Just yes, there's a factor of nostalgia involved. You can't get around that. But I just think the gaming back then was just a little more pure. The only thing I would hate, absolutely, without question, is the fucking loading times. I would hate that. Like,
like
and the memory cards.
oh, the
Yeah,
memory
the
cards.
memory cards.
Yeah, that too.
Some of those games, if you go back and play them, the controls whack.
Oh,
What I
Resident
mean by
Evil
that-
beyond that, but
Not
yeah.
just that, Resident Evil is whack today. Back then, I have no problem with it. And a lot of the stuff back then, I had no problem with it. But then we progressed, we moved, we got better. And the dual analog sticks, they had them back there, but they didn't properly use them.
Yep.
You're still using buttons to change your cameras for certain. So I went back to try to play Ape Escape, PlayStation 1. I mean, both one is to move around, one is to swing your stupid thing. But like, I'm trying to freaking the camera. I'm like, the camera.
One of my favorite games was Ape
I'm not
Escape.
saying it's a bad game.
No, I'm just saying it was one of my. I loved Ape Escape.
And I'm
You
still
don't strike
trying
me
to
as the
play
Ape
through
Escape
it.
type.
I don't even know what that means.
You know what that means.
No, I don't know what that
The
means.
man over there in the cornrows don't know what I mean. Okay.
I was a child once. I can't enjoy myself running around catching them things with them not sirens, but they're
It
that.
was like I know it's a police siren.
Yeah,
Basically.
on their head. Yeah, that game was great.
I think it's officially called a klaxon or something.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, honestly.
yeah, definitely Tekken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Royal,
yeah,
Royal
absolutely.
T'Challa, by the way, I know for you, Mega Sean, that's a man after your own heart. Royal T'Challa, that's man after your own heart. That's a nice username. Would you say? Oh, okay.
Straight up
He said that
hating.
first Tekken on PS1, but Madden 2004 was the last pure Madden. Was that the one with Vic? Or was that 2003?
No, I think 4 was with Vic.
I'm saying if it wasn't Vic, who was McNabb?
Wait.
And
2004 was the same year that 2K24 had Terrell Owens. So who in the hell was on the cover of
Yo, it's
2004?
Oh, that 2K.
That commercial.
Royal T'Challa said yes, I had Vic.
Oh,
that,
that was the one with Vic?
He was
Yeah.
a monster.
He was a absolute monster. Oh, gee, you talk about Bo Jackson, unstoppable on Tecmo Bowl. That was Mike Vick in 2004,
Yeah,
man.
he
Holy
was-
crap!
Yeah, he was out of control.
Out of control. Out of control.
Hold on. Did
I gotta get up some MK Pryor.
Did he get Madden cursed that year? I wonder.
Yes, he did.
That was
Yes, he did. He broke his leg. He broke his leg during the preseason game against the Ravens.
Ooh.
And Ray Lewis told him, "Don't run." He warned him. He literally
run.
warned him.
Oh my goodness.
that's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That encourages undefeated.
That is crazy. Falco Kuroneko says I'm trying to play Ape Escape on PSP. Marcus NK Pryor says Onimusha, Jet Force, Gemini, Guy Hand all has them crazy controls. Trying to play them now took us a while to get used to. Yeah,
I don't have any
that's-
problem with
that's-
Guy Hand.
That's true.
It's still a long time ago, fellas. I actually decided on what games I wanted to play in my collection. There was about 40 of them, and I went through 26 of them over the years. Still got 4 that I haven't touched in a bit. God Hand is one of them, and that one, it's not the controls of the character that gets me. The game is a little difficult, like a little. But it will not conquer me. I will conquer it.
There you go. Harrison says it's too jarring for me. Even some retro RPGs are too wild to go back and play again. See, they're just turn based. Like,
Yeah.
now you just can't go back because you
Correct. That's like going back to a nap. Don't nobody want to go back to that.
I like naps.
He's not lying because I mean, even to Dido's point about the controls, I remember going back playing that old Ghost in the Shell game.
Oh,
That game did not age well. We loved it when it first came out. No, the music was great.
the music
The
still.
music was
was
great. The clips from the animation were great, but like the actual gameplay,
I got motion sickness playing
my
that game because you can
goodness.
go on freaking like everywhere.
yeah,
I'm
on the
like,
ceiling and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was a fun game. But yeah, from that around that time period, the Nintendo 64 still killed everybody when it came to Mario 64 and the camera.
You know what?
Nobody did beat that camera.
I remember playing that in Toys R Us. I was in there for about an hour, just running around and sliding
With
on my
Super
belly.
Mario? Oh yeah. Somebody mentioned N64 earlier in the chat. I think it might have been
yeah,
Elder
somebody
Steve.
Yeah.
Might have been Elder
Might have
Steve that mentioned it.
I got a question for Simon Says about the Dreamcast. What's your favorite Dreamcast stuff, man?
Well, like games or just
Games, just basically. Just what made you pick that, basically?
Yeah, just like I said, the first games that came out definitely had the 2K, the NFL 2K, Soul Calibur, And then the rest were like just couple of good RPGs. Like I said, I was highly addicted to, like I said, Skies Arcadia.
Okay.
And then the one game that kind of like, you know, like I said, we all got into was the Street Fighter. One Double Impact. That one came out with the dual games, and then also Third Strike came out. Of course, Shenmue. That was the I love Shenmue. That was the game.
Yeah.
Okay. It was awesome.
I thought Shenmue was Saturn.
No, Shenmue
It was
started
supposed
its
to be
development on the Saturn,
Saturn,
but
yeah.
then they got moved to the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And despite how that game may have aged, and that's one of the things that when you play, because they came out with the Shenmue 3, and it was Shenmue just how it was 20-some-odd years earlier.
Yeah.
I still want to finish. I still want it to be finished. I still want to be able to.
Now that was the one that was kickstarted. It was Shenmue 3, right?
Was,
now,
yeah.
was it a situation where they just basically, almost like we've talked about with Morbius being a 90s comic book movie, they just stayed back there with the development and they didn't move it forward with some of the modern innovation?
Yeah, pretty much. The graphics were all modern. A little bit of the controls, it felt a little bit more modern, but it was still the same style of gameplay where you can kind of go everywhere, but you couldn't really do everything. Like you could go and open up drawers and pick up stuff, but it had no purpose other than just you can
do this, yeah.
Yeah, but I can't see it being redone because they would have to. I mean, if you think about it, the Yakuza series would be a game that I think it would try to walk in that same pathway.
And that's what I was actually about to bring up, like, because it seems like Yakuza came in and did all the stuff that Shenmue had promised and talked about, but, you know, so it was like Yakuza came out and it was like, okay, cool, we don't really need to do Shenmue 3, but people wanted it. And
the Shenmue is probably one of the reasons why the Dreamcast, I won't say failed, but it cost so much at the time. Like now, the almost $1 billion game. Grand Theft Auto is going to make its money back.
Yeah, easily.
But Shenmue didn't make its money back. It cost way more at the time than any other game ever, and it almost bankrupted. If it wasn't for the CEO of Sega Japan cutting his friggin' his pay and putting it back into the company, Sega would not be here today.
Wow.
It wouldn't even be making games anymore. He kept that play. He kept them alive.
Yeah, I remember they said they wanted to do like 12 volumes or something crazy of it. Like they were like they were shooting for the moon when they first announced that game. And it was just like, oh yeah, Harrison also brought up Phantasy Star Online.
Ah, yeah.
And Royal T'Challa, we are located in Michigan, as Kenshiro had just put in the chat there.
That is right.
Is that what led to that to Microsoft eventually absorbing?
You hear something crazy?
Sure.
It's not really crazy, but it's crazy. But yes, Microsoft at one time was posed to buy Sega. Didn't happen. The Xbox, OG Xbox, was supposed to be backwards compatible with the Dreamcast, but the stipulation, Sega wanted the online games to still work on the Xbox, and Microsoft didn't want that to happen. It could have been because how Xbox Live was done, and it might have been too hard to put it together, but they wanted it to be backwards compatible, and I'd have been like,
could you imagine crossplay all the way back then? That would have been insane.
Yes.
Just even the idea of it. And I'm sure they could have figured it out, but who knows how much on a money standpoint that would have cost back then. But they could have figured it out.
I wish they would have figured it out. I wish Microsoft would get their heads out their butts, because right now they could whip everybody's ass right now had they just did what Nintendo and Sony did back in the day, which is, I own you, you're only on my systems. Therefore, you want it, you have to buy my system. They're like, nah.
I mean, they had now funny enough, the Microsoft did have BioWare. They could have like gave them that contract and kept them also with what was Bungie. They had Bungie in their pocket too, and they just let them walk. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Well, they acquire companies for their IPs and then summarily gut them.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
like,
definitely.
that's essentially that's capitalism in one-on-one. You acquire, take what you want, and then just jettison the rest.
Like your salad bar.
Essentially. So I mean, that's kind of why Xbox is in the state that it's in right now. There's a lot of their fans out there lamenting that it might be dead.
Well,
I mean, I forecasted that like 2 or 3 years ago.
$30 a month.
Yeah,
exactly. That,
$360, a cool $360 a year.
Hold
by
on,
the way.
time out. Yes, I'm not complaining. $30 a month is not a lot, but I don't know.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
Hold on.
No, he says he's not saying
back
that.
up.
It's not.
Go ahead.
Yes, sounds like a lot. what, with $70 games, and how many games get put on Game Pass? Day one games that are $70 games. Because I hear Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to be on Day One Game Pass.
Yeah, it will be.
What
Yeah,
else
in a
is on
couple
there?
weeks.
Yeah, so there are $30 a month, or you're paying depending on how many games you're buying a month. So you buy, not like me because I don't do this, but some of you guys out there will buy the hot titles every freaking month at $70. Don't wait at all. What is that? $210 if that's 3 fucking games?
Oh no, absolutely, and I think
it's not bad.
And we've
if you
actually
look
had
at
this.
it that way.
We've actually had this discussion, but I think for somebody like you and myself who collects games, paying $30 for a digital service doesn't work for me.
Don't do that.
Because that's again to your model of basically buying them when they're super cheap, especially depending on the game. Now, for example, I'm going to spend the money on Grand Theft Auto 6 day one.
Oh yeah,
That's not. I'm not waiting for that one because I've
a given.
I've played through them all. So it's like I want the new one.
Right.
Day one, I'll be there loading it up. Day one patch, probably won't play it till the next day because who knows what that first patch.
Yeah,
is.
wait, you might as well wait. Hey, you might as well wait for that day one pass because you know how every game is. It's like
That's a game in
it's
itself,
given.
that patch,
yeah,
right?
You
exactly.
ain't gonna have
Day
enough
one pass.
space.
Right.
That's the other thing.
That you're gonna have to go buy a new SSD, the 2 terabyte one. It's gonna take up freaking 3
gigs.
with
No.
2 heat sinks on it just to make sure that it'll
It's
keep
like
up, right?
what is that, 80
Hey,
gigs.
don't side at me like that. It's the truth.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
It'll be
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
No, it'll
All
definitely
With
be
no
ready.
hassle.
Now the one thing I am going to do for Grand Theft Auto 6 that is a system seller for me, I am going to get a pro for that particular game.
Yeah.
It's just why not?
Right.
I look at it as that game, maybe Street Fighter 6 or something to be the only 2 games on that entire system. Just be like,
I think Ghost of Yote was like right there, but GTA 6 is an absolute. Like,
oh yeah, I wanted
for that
I
experience.
wanted
That's
at
an
its
absolute.
best.
It's like the same thing, same reason why if you were to do when Cyberpunk launched, like people are keeping up with Cyberpunk now, and they're like, "Wow, Cyberpunk is an amazing game. I wish they fixed it." It was like, well, it was actually fine on PC all along. It was just they wanted to cater to the last generation, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
Which it would have been an incentive to get a PS5 if Cyberpunk was only on PS5 and you saw the visuals and stuff on there. People would have bought it for that.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I was just gonna say when you said they cater to the last generation, I remember when it was a time where the next generation, that's all they catered to. You think about it. They made a game for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, they might have made a lesser one for the NES, maybe, but we're not even looking at the NES. The Super Nintendo is Genesis, the 32-bit era, PlayStation, Saturn. We're not looking at no 16, but we're not even paying attention to that. We might have a different game that we were working on, but we're not about to put a Tenchu. I'm going to pick Tenchu just because that's the first thing popped in my head. We're not about to put Tenchu on the goddamn PlayStation and go, hey, I think we should put Tenchu on the Super Nintendo too. But now that's what they're doing, and that's why you get some subpar bull crap like that.
No, that's absolutely
Wait,
true.
bring up Iguana Man's real quick, and then I'll let you hit what you're about to say. He said it's still good value, and it's about to get real. The game price market, they've been eating the cost for 2 or 3 generations now. Once GTA 6 gives the industry permission to go 99, it's going to be standard.
I can see that.
That's going to be scary. But I think here's the thing about GTA. GTA is a once-in-a-generation type game. Now, granted, GTA 5 came out on the PS3 and it survived to 3 generations. I don't know if 6 is going to end up doing the same thing, but GTA is one of those games that breaks the rules, period, when it comes to normal buying habits, DLC practices. GTA breaks all those rules and just sells no matter what because it's been ridiculously successful. What was you about to say, though?
I do all right, but I had went to do the $17 for the Ubisoft Plus for oh Lord, the Samurai. Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
right? 2 months in, because I think I might have started playing Elden Ring or something else. Clearly, they charged me for 2 months. I hadn't touched the game once, and for regular people, $30 a month. In addition to your life expenses, in addition to your streaming expenses, $30 a month.
That's a tall task.
Is a lot. And I don't think people are buying games like that anymore because as a someone who, every now and then will buy a physical game, most of the stores don't even have a lot of physical games. Like when I went to get Space Marine 2
barren.
or Warhammer 40K, like I had to call like 8 or 9 game stops.
Yeah.
I had to find a physical game. So to y'all's point about owning physical, they are trying to bully everybody to the digital so they don't own anything. But I mean, $30 a month when it was, but then that's also me remembering when it was a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But $30 a month for most Americans that are already complaining about Netflix raising up $8 every 8 months,
And then Disney.
and then Disney
got
now
Disney.
going up, Hulu now going up.
Netflix.
Yeah, so now you have to make the decision.
And your internet bill to run it all.
So are you gonna watch TV or are you gonna play games?
Right.
And
a
then
lane.
even now when it comes to the sports,
Right.
now they got sports
Yeah.
and pay to watch.
That's
so
true.
it's
Right. They're squeezing us
Oh, yeah,
out,
that-
man.
that,
like,
what is-
they're squeezing every dollar out of
That Sunday ticket on Netflix YouTube.
yeah.
Ain't it like $50-something bucks, or I forgot how much it was.
Oh no, it's 400.
bro.
I thought.
400.
You got to pay the whole thing.
What?
Fuck.
Yeah, the
Pay
Sunday
the whole
ticket.
thing. Yeah. That's why a lot of people wait
For
till
a season?
yeah.
I watch Red Zone, and that's all
That's
I'll ever
it.
watch.
That's it. Like
You know what I do?
But that shit's going away. If you know,
Play your- oh, go ahead.
Red Zone, that should be supposed to be going away because ESPN bought them out, right?
Yeah, but so
no,
You
they
guys
don't
do-
control it.
You guys,
They don't
know how
control
to
it.
do
The NFL does.
You know how to do it? You know how to do it?
Crack streams.
You know how to do it?
turn
No.
your Switch 2 on and play games.
Yes. then about 15, 20 minutes after the game ends, they put up a clip with just all the plays on
Exactly.
YouTube. No commercials, no
Yeah, that's what I
in-between,
do.
You know what he sounds like?
just the plays.
That's what I
He
do.
sounds like Adam Silver right now. That's
what I
exactly
do.
what Adam
20
Silver said.
minutes. I watched the whole game in 20 minutes. I see all the plays.
No, that's what I do. I go on YouTube, watch the highlights. I'm good.
Like literally, that's what Adam Silver said about the NBA. He was like, when people was talking about, oh well, you're making it so that all the regular people can't watch it on regular TV. They gotta go to all these streaming services. Like, well, it is a highlight league. Y'all can just watch the clips on
Yep,
online.
for me.
That was a wild thing for a
Yeah,
commissioner
no,
to say,
exactly.
dog.
Yeah, man. If
No, go ahead.
you try, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
But no, if you're in charge of your league and you telling people, oh, well, you don't want to watch it, just go on fucking YouTube. That's like telling them, fuck you. We're not. You can go somewhere else.
That
I'm
is
like,
exactly what they saying.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Like,
messed
pull the
up,
Xbox
man.
360.
yeah.
That's literally what that sounds like to me. That's that one guy
Right.
that was like, well, for the people that can't, go online with this stuff, we got a product for them. It's called Xbox 360. It's like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that man said that at that E3 conference. I was like,
Like-
what?
Because they got all the money in the world. They
of
don't.
course,
They
but,
don't
like,
care.
The highlights.
100%. Kind of some of the creative choices they made with Halo.
It was a helmet, a damn helmet, and a woman. Them adding in the woman. I understand.
I'm not here to argue what they did or did not do.
No, I'm telling you, this is what the people complained about.
I know.
Them adding in that chick,
Yep.
and then
And him taking off the helmet.
taking his helmet
Yeah,
off.
like-
now,
You would have cast Carol Urban.
Yeah, he was submitted to the bit. Yeah, he was committed to the bit.
now I'm not one. Like I don't know the lore. I played.
I don't either.
I played one. What was that on the 360? No, what console was that
original
on?
Xbox.
The original
Xbox.
Xbox.
The original
Played
Xbox
one with
One.
that fat ass controller.
Duke.
Played Halo 2. Was amazing. Kind of fell asleep playing with a friend of ours, like waiting on the
the LAN
flood
parties?
and then we were just up until like 2 or 3 a.m. and I
Oh, yeah,
just
the
kind of
LAN
dozed
parties
off.
at the crib.
Yeah.
Okay.
Halo 2 changed the game.
It was
LAN
with
parties at the
those
crib,
LAN
bro.
parties.
Yeah.
But as far as the lore of the character, I never looked into Master Chief. I never looked into where he came from. I've never read any of the comics moving forward. So to me, I enjoyed the show. How I even started watching it, the gym I had, the building I had with the upstairs.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I just randomly was like, you know what? Let me check it out. And the next thing I know, somebody was like, do you mind if I cancel? No. Next episode. So I just kept watching. And then to find out that it had a lot of hate, I was confused.
I didn't understand it either because to me it was a decent show. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I know less of the Lord than you guys. I did play the Halo with you guys. I hated all you guys because you'd be like,
Oh
like
man.
pat. Why aren't you dying? Bam!
Oh man.
What the fuck? did you just
And that
do?
was when we could shoot the rocket and then come with the energy sword
something.
and then fly across the screen. And, oh man.
Like, And it wasn't as bad as when we turned on one of our friends and like he got really. But we're not going into that. That was hilarious. That was fucking hilarious. But anyway,
I'm gonna point the finger at Mega Sean, and then he's not here, but Waffles.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all two were the ones that started.
Light his ass up.
That was on purpose
We
too.
can hear
That
him
shit was on
upstairs
purpose.
cussing.
he's like motherfucker. It's supposed to be on the same team. It was so fucking. Anyway,
Back to Halo.
Okay, I'm watching
back
the
to Halo,
show.
the show.
him taking the helmet off, I understood it. Didn't bother me. What bothered me is that it felt like those, not CW, it wasn't WB at the time. It was WXON, Channel 20, the syndicated show. It felt like a syndicated TV show for a bit for me, and I'm just like, I couldn't get into it because back when I was growing up, you guys might have enjoyed freaking the Mortal Kombats and all the others syndicated shows that they had on there. I had a hard time watching them because like it felt like okay, I'm gonna say it. It felt like the porn before the action. That's what it felt like. The acting,
the level of acting,
the level of acting.
Yeah, I got you.
It kind of like that. And you don't watch those videos. You don't watch it for that.
You don't watch it for the story.
You don't watch it for the story. And that's what it felt like. So
I'm here to change your pool.
yeah,
Exactly.
So I was just like, specifically the dude that they got for freaking Master Chief, and I don't know how much.
Oh, porn stash from Orange is the New Black? Because that's literally who it was.
That's who it was.
That's who it was. Porn stash.
I didn't
from Orange is the New
even
Black.
recognize
That's
him.
who-
But it just felt so empty. Like, and I guess maybe that's how he's supposed to be. I don't know.
Because Master Chief was,
but it just it didn't feel like he was putting any like chops or anything.
Effort. Yeah. I mean,
so-
Master Chief is supposed to be kind of somewhat emotionless
And,
anyway.
and maybe I mean, like I said, like you with the Lord. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. So I didn't care about the lore too much. I just thought the show was pretty interesting, and I liked it a lot. And it did get a lot of hate, and eventually it only lasted 2 seasons, and eventually Paramount Plus canceled it, probably because it was really expensive to make anyway too. So that has something to do with it.
Did Bokeem Woodbine, is he still on the show?
He was
he
at the end of the
was.
second season. Yeah, he was.
was.
Okay.
So it has found a new life on Netflix. It just started airing this past week on Netflix, and it has reached number 4 on the Netflix list. And there is growing belief that Halo may get another season due to Netflix resurrecting it. We've seen this before with Lucifer.
And I was happy when that happened.
Right. I was happy when that happened too.
was too.
So never mind if Halo comes back. That's not necessarily the focus of what I'm asking. Is there any other show that y'all seen that you would love to have seen have been rescued and brought back? Hold that, because he put his hand up first. Hold on. Go ahead, Simon Says. What you got?
I got two.
Give me one.
Constantine. That TBC. That I watched.
Oh, okay. The Matt Ryan one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
one did not get the love that it should have because I don't know why. It was on the CW, which was kind of cool. No, it wasn't on CW. It was on NBC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
correct?
it was. Yeah.
NBC. Now, if it was on CW, I think it would have got better traction because the Arrowverse and the Flash, everything like that. Because he did make an appearance on Arrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he made an appearance on Arrow.
No, he was
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
Arrowverse
on
altogether.
crossovers.
Yeah.
He was in
he
a
was on
lot
the
of the crossovers.
Yeah, and I think that being on that particular show because I think I don't know what it is about NBC. They like to cancel their shows because they did the exact same thing with Blacklist. It did well, but they never really. I guess like the pandemic had to do with that, but I digress about it. But yeah, I would like to see that done, and also the Cape.
The Cape. I was thinking of the Cape on my way over to the studio
Yes, man,
today.
the Cape was dope. I actually, it was on Netflix for like a brief hot minute. I watched what was it, like 3 or how many episodes was it, like 6 or 10 episodes?
It was just it was like 10. It didn't even finish its season order.
Yeah, no, yeah, I watched it. I was like, oh man,
That was
now I
a movie
want
with,
to see what happens after
That
that.
was a movie with the legendary Keith David in a
Yeah.
role in the show. It was great.
Royal T'Challa over there on TikTok. You can go as far back as you want. I mean,
Yeah, like literally, I said it's open to anything you want. Megashawn, you had one. What is it?
no Pirates
Oh.
of Dark Water though.
Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a gosh darn good show.
I was wait, no, I'm swiping. Like, what do you mean there isn't another season? Like, this is it?
Yeah.
And then the HBO kind of just let it.
I mean, that's what happens with black-led shows anyway. We saw
But
what
it-
happened with Watchmen.
But it had success. Both shows had
Yeah,
success.
It did.
And HBO has never been a show to run from controversy, but
Right,
exactly.
but, in
Wire,
the last,
hello.
but in the last
Oz.
4 years, they've been bought and sold and changed their name 6 times. So clearly, who's ever in charge of HBO Go Max, no Max Go HBO, then but that
Oh.
Lovecraft Country for sure.
My man Royal T'Challa picked Fastlane, that movie with the show. I think it had who was in it? It was Tiffany Amber Thiessen. I knew that.
Bill Bellamy was in it.
Bill Bellamy was in it. That was the other
Yeah,
one
Bill
I thought.
Bellamy.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Bill Bellamy, and there was some random Tom Cruise slightly looking dude that.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Marcus Pryor says the cape was slipped on 11 to 13 episodes. Has it on his phone.
When it is, I don't even know the name of that show.
He
I
has
don't
the
even know
series
it.
on his phone.
He enjoys the show. He's a fan.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right. NK Pryor also said he hated that they canceled Swamp Thing, which got rave reviews and was canceled before it even aired. But they still aired it and people loved it.
Wow.
But it was wild. Don't know what the hell happened there. GQ, you got one?
Nope, not really, because most of the stuff I watch, I pick stuff that's already finished. A lot of cases where it's just, got to worry about this getting Pirates of Dark Water and not finishing.
So there was never any show that you saw that got canceled that you just wanted to.
Like I said,
Wow,
most of the stuff I watched had an ending. Like Smallville, I was talking to Dadakuji about that I think last week or whatever. I need to start watching The Boys because that's probably finished.
I mean, but that's like you said, that's about to be finished.
What
Yes,
was the name of that
100%.
football show that came on ESPN that was nothing to do back in the day?
Not ballers.
Playmakers.
Playmakers. That shit was
I think
good.
that
and
shit
the-
got
The
it.
NFL
the
got
NFL
that canceled.
Yeah,
the
NFL got that
did.
canceled.
which makes
Yeah.
no sense because it was not NFL teams. It was just football.
But it was
It was
probably
it was close to home.
You're guilty by association.
Exactly. You kept your mouth shut. Nobody would have thought anything.
No, yeah, that shit was like
Wayne
way
is
close
going
to
to
home
SWAT
for the
cats.
NFL.
You know what?
They were like, nope, we cut that shit. We don't want.
You know what?
we don't need no eyeballs on us right now.
You know what, SD Kings 84. I appreciate your commitment to the thing. Bring Henry Cavill back for The Witcher and get actual writers who love the work. And I get that because man, if you did anybody watch the trailer with Liam Hemsworth?
As soon as they showed him, click.
I hear you. It just ain't the
That's
same,
one of
man.
those situations they should have just let my man get what he wanted because he already liked the lore. He was already
Bingo.
into it. He was a great casting for it, and it's just like, we think we should do it. It's like, bro, the show's working. Why are you messing with it?
How do you go against
Ego.
the star?
It's fucking ego, man.
And then go and get somebody who's not
even
a
close.
star. Yeah, he's nowhere near.
He ain't Henry.
There's
He ain't Henry.
there's one popular Hemsworth. Henry Cavill is his own island, basically.
Yeah.
And there's a couple popular Chris's beyond Hemsworth, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you're not one of them, and you're not getting one of them, and it's like The Witcher was fine the way it was, man.
Yes.
Witcher was perfect the way it was.
People liked the show. They liked the direction it was going. They loved him as the Witcher because they knew he respected the lore and the character. And then you swap him out because you don't want to stick to what you know as the source material. And now what you got?
It's about to be canceled show.
It's a joke, dog.
Yep.
1000%. It's a joke, man. Like I loved the first season of The Witcher. I thought it was fantastic. We've gone over this before. I hadn't played the game beforehand.
Yeah, I never played it.
I watched The Witcher show, and I was like, let me fire this up right now. This man had been talking to me about The Witcher 3 for years. Him and Severio both was like, man, The Witcher 3 is great. You should play it. The Witcher 3 is great.
Wait,
Play
is it already canceled?
Damn.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, no, Harrison says that it is already canceled.
This next season, I think, is the last one.
Well, too bad, so sad.
I mean, anyway.
Here's the crazy thing about The Witcher, though. I've never heard of the game until the third one.
Yeah, the first two.
I have the second one digital. Never played it. And the first one,
That's why you don't go back on them old consoles.
Yeah.
You got to keep moving
I
forward.
mean, you can move forward, move backward, move round and round in circles. My problem is, it's just like, sometimes you're sitting there and like, what the fuck do I want to play? And then you get sucked
I got
into a game.
I got one that
already-
actually ended kind of effed up though. I'm pretty sure y'all remember the Mortal Kombat TV show.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that ending was. I mean, what the fuck
I'm
happened?
gonna watch it.
They killed everybody. That's what happened.
You know, I know
They
what
killed
happened,
everybody.
but it didn't make any sense though, man.
Who cared? It was awesome.
It was. I mean,
I have a show. Well, once he's done.
no, I'm done.
Was that your second show? 'Cause you
No.
said you had two.
No, the Cape and Constantine.
Cape and,
Constantine. Okay, my bad. Okay.
Was it called WMAC Masters?
Yes, man.
Listen,
Yeah.
man, listen, man. I don't know what I was getting. I was a kid, but that show was quite entertaining.
Let me guess who was your favorite? The Machine.
I don't even remember anymore. I just remember
that Liu Kang beat up in the beginning of the.
it was.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoyed the martial arts. Wasn't that
She
like
black
supposed
out
to
with
be
the
like
dreads. That
Bruce
was-
Lee's
yeah.
sister, right?
Yeah,
No, his daughter.
Yeah,
daughter,
Bruce
Bruce
Lee,
Lee's
Shannon
daughter.
Lee,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Sorry, Bruce Lee's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter. Yeah, no, I.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little mistake.
yeah.
Funny enough, Ty Mark was on what episode?
No,
Ty Mark was on the episode.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, he was on the episode. And then, of course, everyone knows Liu Kang, the actual actor that played Liu Kang in the video games.
Son
was on
Pop. That's right.
But then you also who was it? Chris Casamassa.
Yeah.
He was
Scorpion.
Scorpion in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
he
I
was
remember
Scorpion in the
correctly.
movie and also in the TV show.
Yeah. So like they had some heavy hitters of people
did.
if you knew.
So technically, I got two. Both of them are animated.
No.
Both of them ended way too soon. The first one is the Spectacular Spider-Man. That was, to me, the greatest animated Spider-Man we have ever gotten. The second is Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
That was yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Them ending that was a travesty.
It was.
Because
Yeah.
that was by far we've always knocked Marvel animation for a lot of things, justifiably so, because it didn't hold a candle to DC animation.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was the finest Marvel animation we have ever gotten outside of X-Men and maybe Spider-Man. Go ahead, guys.
I was just gonna say because you brought out an animation of a comic book that got killed, and if I remember correctly, they weren't selling enough toys, so they killed the freaking cartoon Green Lantern.
Mhm.
That Green Lantern cartoon was freaking top notch.
That was great. That cartoon was, that series was great.
Oh, we're not selling enough toys, so I guess we're not gonna watch
The
the
worst
show.
part is the toys they were putting out were trash.
That's why they weren't selling.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
the show.
It's like that was near that era of all, and the worst part is you go to any like a Walmart or whatever, you see them, you still got them same type of toys. They stand like this. It's just they look in all of them, Marvel, DC,
Yeah.
all of them. They look terrible.
With
I'm like,
no articulation. point.
nothing. It's just like I would hate to be a kid now.
I have a question then. Since you're talking about the cartoons that are animated series that got cut to show, what about that Thundercat series that
Man,
the new one?
man, yes,
Watching
yes.
it, but I didn't finish it because I got lost.
It had
I got lost in the streaming game. Couldn't find where I was.
got you. Well, they kept moving the schedule around too, so that didn't help.
Also, Harrison was asking what was the black guy's name from Mortal Kombat. It was the Machine. Was the one that was
Hakeem, the
in the
Machine.
movie. Yeah, Hakeem the Machine. But the other black guy that was in Mortal Kombat was Art Lean. That was a character name. The dude that Goro killed.
Ah.
So, go
So,
ahead.
to your Earth's Mightiest Heroes point, my youngest son has watched both. And,
Watch both of
Both of the series.
you know, you have Earth's Mightiest Heroes and then
The Avengers.
whatever.
the Avengers,
Right.
the one that they did after that.
Right.
Symbol. I think
So,
it's called Avengers or something.
which he's watched them both multiple times. But I said, which show do you prefer?
This is the youngest one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And I said, why is that? He said, because the story's better and the characters look better. And I said, I
You
know.
know what? You know what? I got hope for Young Sosa after all.
So
I
I'm
mean, man,
like,
you know
so
what?
if you
He all right.
canceled a show to sell bad toys to children,
Right.
but the children don't even like the new show that you replaced it with because it wasn't better than that one.
Right.
Like who is in charge?
Exactly. Well,
But that's-
this
The old
was
boomers.
so I can tell you. So the reason why Earth's Mightiest Heroes ended was because that was when Disney acquired Marvel.
Yeah.
It was produced by Sony Animation. They wanted to bring everything in house, so they killed that show
To make something worse.
to make something worse.
Put
And
your-
that's
put your
that's
dukes
exactly
up.
why I stopped watching. I didn't watch Ultimate Spider-Man because they canceled Spectacular Spider-Man for that same reason. They made Ultimate Spider-Man. I was like, I'm not watching this. They made Avengers Assemble. I'm not watching
Now,
that.
I don't know the legality of the situation, but if Sony made it, but now they've acquired all the necessary rights, who then recoups those residuals? Like, would Marvel then get that? Would Disney get that?
Yes, they would.
So somebody made something that's better than what you made, and you're gonna reap the benefits of it without having
That's
to
because
put
they
up the
own
money.
Marvel. They own Marvel. They own the license. That's why it's on Disney Plus.
So they had it, and they would have just gotten the checks if children kept watching.
I hear you.
And they could have made more seasons.
I hear you.
But they said, you know what, cancel it.
I hear you.
And we're gonna put something out with
Brought
worse
everything
animation.
in-house to make it a line item. I hear you. I understand it. It doesn't make
tried-
sense.
they
It's
were-
stupid to me too, but
Yeah.
that's what they did.
So yeah, from how they did it too, it was trying to align it with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which while the characters look like
They just
Which is
use
bullshit.
they
yeah,
just
exactly.
use-
That's what I said too. I was like, this is garbage. But hey, that's what they wanted. They made it to coincide with the Marvel Cinematic
But they could
Universe.
have just changed costumes the following season. Like
Exactly.
who's in charge?
Nobody thinks big picture down the road. Nobody thinks that.
Hold on. This was what? This would have been Disney TV.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Disney
That
Channel.
was that,
Yeah.
was that guy Perlmutter or whatever?
Could have been.
Because
Wait,
he was.
wait.
Because he was
Did
the
you
one that
watch it? Did you see what
What?
you about to say? I'm sorry, I'm cut you off.
go
But
ahead.
you and I might have watched the same thing because they said Promoter. He came from toys. Him and Avi
Arad, yeah.
came from toys, and their thing is toy sales. Period.
Yeah.
And that's why they acted in the way that they did. If things weren't selling toys,
They had no care for the overarching vision
Mhm.
that like Foggy was putting together. They were like, "Where's the toy sales?" It's like,
Right, but they were shit toys.
no, we all know that,
Which is
But
insane.
it's like that's the problem. Like you have somebody that's in charge with that mindset that nobody can override. Because, like I said, if they would have let Feige be over all of Marvel TV and movies back then, we would have been way farther ahead than what we are right now.
And maybe
100%.
better toys.
Got a couple good ones out of the chat for sure. The Iguana Man says, "Beware the Batman." Batman Beyond technically got an ending in Justice League, so he said it deserves another season. I'm not going to argue that. The 3 seasons definitely wasn't enough. I think it could have done and a movie. You're right. 2 movies.
no, I'm saying they could do a movie now.
No, yeah, they
Get
could do a
that,
movie. now, yeah.
the-
Live action.
Get that Michael Keaton.
Well,
You
Batman
know,
Beyond, Batman Beyond only had one movie.
I'm not talking about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
movie.
you
I'm
know,
talking
you're
about
right. No,
make
you're
a
right. No,
live
You're
action
saying make a new
movie.
movie?
Yeah,
Okay, I got
yeah,
you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got
Make
you.
a live action.
And SD King said, "How about Spawn the animated series? If you ain't gonna get Keith David to do it, I don't want it."
Exactly.
Well, Spawn was that
At the time,
back then, man. That was untouchable. It was like
Yeah, well,
that show came on.
there
You just sitting there like,
Well, you know.
because I remember that. I remember that.
yeah.
I enjoyed parts of the movie. There were some parts of the movie that were fun. Most of the movie was just like, and it's like, okay, CGI. I know what you're trying to do. It's not there. It's not there yet.
It
So,
really was.
but when that Spawn animated series hit, it was like, oh, this is what I've been
This.
waiting for.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
This
I'm good.
Was it? Yes.
Yeah.
This was it. That was what, 94? I think it was.
Yeah, somewhere in that
animated-
range.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. Let's see. MK Pryor says the Batman was a good series. The art was different, but I was there for that cape flap from Batman. Always covers his body when it landed for 5 seasons. I mean, again, that was, I consider that kind of a complete show. Like it wasn't really cut off. Like good example. Young Justice was the chief one of getting canceled because the toys didn't sell, and it had 2 excellent seasons. And what was the cliffhanger? They fucking killed Wally. They killed Kid Flash, and you're just like, okay, this is the end of the show. Like, what? No, you don't do that.
In all fairness, though, Young Justice was eating off of Batman the Animated Series, which started all of it.
And Justice League too, but yeah.
No. Batman the Animated Series started all of it.
No, I get you.
So
I get you. Yep.
Young Justice is at the point of like, okay, we've been on too damn long.
Yeah.
I knew it.
But at least it got like a new life on HBO Max or whatever.
What? Screw that show.
And now it's over anyway.
Screw that show.
Screw that show.
Yes. Because they get me fucking hype, damn black Kryptonians.
Uh-huh.
They on Earth about to whoop ass. It's got this ridiculous slow build up of
it did have
whatever negative zone they're in.
Yeah.
I'm watching this stupid
Phantom
bus,
Zone,
this stupid bus roll around for 5 damn episodes. Black Kryptonians finally get out, and then the next episode it's over. And I said, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
The teaser with Vandal Savage teaming up with Darkseid was just like, give me the next season now. No, you might not ever get it. I was just like,
and then that was it.
Yeah, we never even got that part.
like,
Got
what
that far with
happened?
Darkseid and Vandal Savage.
what?
So that was some bullshit.
What?
yeah, we was robbed.
Like
dog.
they were about to take over,
Yeah.
and then they just got beat up, and I was like,
it was making Zod black was a choice.
I said, what?
Hold on, was that around the same time they did it in Krypton? The show,
TV show?
Yeah, the TV show.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was like before that. The TV show, because I remember the Krypton TV show came out before the that cartoon when they decided to make him black. Because like I know General Zod is black in Krypton, if I'm not mistaken. That TV
Yeah, in the live action
Yeah,
TV
the
show.
live
Yeah,
action
yeah, he
show.
was. Yeah, he was.
I remember about
Slap
that
in the
show is
face.
Detroit Tigers hat.
The Time Traveler had it, yeah.
They need to 97 that. They need to 97 that Spider-Man.
I think it's
series
something referring to
ended.
X-Men
X-Men
97, but
Oh,
for Spider-Man.
got you. Well, MK Pryor, you're kind of in luck because they're doing a comic book version right now. This is second issue just came out.
Gotta go read it. You can't watch it.
I know it's not quite the same. They absolutely do need to do an X-Men 97
Yeah,
for
so they
Spider-Man.
can finish the show.
Yeah,
You know
that
what?
would be nice.
Even though it's not done, but I would say X-Men 97. Because I don't know, even though they said it was finished, I'm referring to the person who made the show, Bo DeMaio.
Oh, Bo DeMaio. Yeah.
So Bo DeMaio. So if he made these first 2 seasons, and this second season is close to what the first one is, but whenever there's change,
I hear you.
because he was, man, it was like he put his blood in the show.
He did. Yeah. His career on the line too.
No, his career is gone, but but that's because of him and
Yeah,
social media.
Yeah.
But that was some of the greatest animation we've ever seen, as far as an animated show. And according to him, the second season was just about done anyway, so we should be pretty good. But to answer your question, after that. Whenever
we're
somebody
getting to season 3, we are getting one.
But if he hasn't, if it doesn't have his fingerprints on it,
Valid.
Well, hold on,
Totally
Iguanodon
valid.
brings up a big point. It's like he was a big part of it, but it wasn't all him.
well, I guess we'll see in season 3.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
But I'm just going off of what he tweeted.
The original X-Men from back in the 90s, didn't the downfall start happening around season 3 when it started going down?
Yeah.
Or was it season
Animation
4?
quality.
Animation quality kept going
It was
down.
in that, it was in that
Is
range.
it parodying each other, not
I mean,
mirroring
but-
each other?
Maybe that was Abby looking at them toy sales and was like, "Shut it down, shut it down."
X-Men 97 and Batman animated. I'm sorry, not 97. X-Men 90s and Batman animated series were untouchable though.
yeah.
Those two.
Toys? Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
not
No,
they
them Batman
didn't have
toys were awful because all
Yeah.
you got was this. And then,
Oh, but they sold like crazy.
yeah, he had that straight leg Arctic
The X-Men
Batman,
toys sold pretty good too.
barbecue grill Batman, flame.
Yeah, exactly. No, but the X-Men toys sold well because I basically bought damn near all of them.
They had the articulation. Yeah,
Yeah, but
And
the
Spider-Man.
but the Batman. If you look at Batman, because Batman didn't really get toys. Like he got toys for the movie. There's only 3. It was Batman, Joker, Bob the Goon. Still the funniest toy name. Bob the Goon.
He's
Yeah.
a gooner.
Yeah, and then Batman. There you go. There you go. Batman Returns obviously had toys, and then you got into that. I forgot what the series was called from Kenner, but like Tech Shield Batman and like you said,
Oh shit. Yeah. Tech Shield
15,000
Batman.
Literally.
15,000
Yeah.
Batmans that they had, but the animated series didn't really get toys until after the fact, which was crazy.
It was like, wasn't it the what was it, third season when they went to that new style animation where they got
Yeah.
to start with the
Yeah.
toys?
Yeah.
That's when that's when I remember vaguely seeing more toys than the original B-Ties.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the situation. That one wasn't really driven by toys. It was just driven by the fact it was a damn good show, and everybody watched it. It's like it just had the highest viewership. X-Men was just X-Men. Like you had people that never even knew anything about X-Men was learning stuff from that show. So it just kind of worked. G.I. Joe Resolute was another good one.
Oh yeah, we didn't find out about that until very recently how good Resolute was. Like, how did I miss this?
Was that the Cobra Connects You, Cobra Protects You one?
I don't think so. I think
That's
it
not
was
that
the
show?
one where it was they were the 18.
Yeah.
It was literally like Duke,
It was
Scarlet.
like it was like shorts.
No,
they
it
weren't
wasn't shorts.
No,
It's Duke, Scarlet, Storm Shadow, Roadblock, and Rat. Was it Tunnel Rat?
no, we're talking about two different things. We're talking
Yeah,
about two
we
different
are.
things. Resolute is the one where Storm Shadow and
Oh!
they finally had their actual finish.
fight.
bro,
Oh,
that's
that
the
shit was
bloody
yeah, that
one.
shit was
We're
awesome.
talking about G.I. Joe Renegades.
Yeah,
Renegades.
Renegades
Yeah, that's
was
the one.
different.
That's the Cobra Connection,
Yes,
Cobra
yeah,
Protection,
yeah,
right?
that's
yeah.
Renegades.
But
yeah,
they was
that's
doing that
Renegades.
brainstorm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Resolute was
Resolute
Renegades
is the
was
one
the
where
one.
Dr. Feinbender.
Mindbender?
Mindbender.
Yeah.
He didn't he get killed? Like
No. Cobra
Major
Commander
Blood
kills
got
Major,
killed.
Yeah, he kills Major
Major
Blood,
Blood. Major
right at the
Blood,
beginning
yeah.
of the. You don't
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it, but you saw he's cleaning his sword off. Like
Yeah.
he's like Major Blood was a traitor. I'm like, damn.
No,
and then Bazooka got killed like
yeah,
right
Bazooka
away
got-
too.
Like, dog,
Yeah.
they showed it one time on Cartoon Network, and they never showed that shit again.
That's
I was like,
that's why
if you missed it, it was over.
That's why
But
I went out-
luckily, we got it.
Yeah,
we
that's
got
why-
it.
well,
We got it.
that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I went out and found a Blu-ray on that
Right.
one. I was like, "You are not taking this one away from me." But the one that Dido he's referring to is Renegades, which is more like the A-Team. That show was slept on because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
Slept
oh,
on.
like we started watching that. It was like,
Fuck. It aired on a channel that barely anybody watched, which was like what the Pulse or some shit like that.
It was something weird.
It was some
It was like-
weird
I think
Hasbro.
it was like no, it was I think it was like that reformed G4 TV.
something like that. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
on
it
some
was-
channel that barely anybody ever watched.
Yeah.
So it's like you totally missed it if you weren't watching it.
Yeah.
But it was a show that was just like, holy shit, this is deep.
Yep.
So
I was in deep on it. Though. When it came out on that weird show, it came on like actually it was funny. It came on like around like I want to say not the weekends, but like late night shows, like around 8 o'clock or 11 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
It was, and it was like weird. It's like a cartoon. Not saying cartoons can't come on that night, but on that time zone, I'm pretty sure no one even knew that show was even on or aired because of that slot they had it on. So it was kind of like a lot of people slept on it because of that fucked up. One, the channel that I was on. Two, the actual time zone or time slot they had for it.
Couple of last things that I want to pull out, and then we'll move on to our last thing. The SD Kings is asking any Toonami ones you guys remember. I mean, he did bring up Thundercats, which was one that got canceled. I saw that. I think it was the Iguana Man brought up the original Teen Titans, which was so much better than Teen Titans Go.
Oh yeah.
Like
didn't sell as many toys.
That's why it only got 2 seasons, I guess. So, but I mean, but it was so much of a better show.
That Teen Titans show was going hard. Like when they had Deathstroke,
totally.
like basically assaulting that teenage girl. What's her name?
Tara?
Tara. I'm
Yeah.
He beat the hell out of Robin.
When he was beating the
Yeah.
shit out of Robin. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like I can see why this show probably got canceled, but that show was solid though.
It was,
man.
it was so good. It was so freaking like okay. My daughters were young as hell, and they watched Teen Titans Go, but then I showed them the original Teen Titans. They were like, "Dad, this is so much better." I'm like,
No, it is, but
it's like so
Teen
much
Titans
better.
Go was
a
Looney
joke.
Tunes.
It was played for
I
a joke.
wouldn't- it was definitely Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Like because watching that, I think they pulled out some stuff that felt like it was because it was both WB, Warner
Yeah.
Brothers, Looney Tunes shit. So.
And one from MK Pryor, he said, bring back the show that was on Fox called Prodigal Son.
Ain't heard of it.
It was a show about a guy who was like a police profiler, but his father was like a notorious serial killer that was in jail. And he had to work with his father to solve some other crimes.
Blacklist. That's what it sounds
Something
like.
like-
It sounds like the Blacklist, but
I
it
watched
was
one
Blacklist.
episode of the back.
Listen, man, nobody is going to beat Red Reddington as like a
Exactly.
listen. Role of a lifetime for my man
David Spader.
James Spader.
James Spader. Yeah.
Role of a lifetime.
Yeah,
Red
yeah,
Reddington.
that was Ultron.
Yeah, like nah, yeah.
I know. I'm
He said Boondocks. Yeah, man.
You know, but
they
yeah.
tried with Boondocks, and without Aaron Magruder, it doesn't work.
it absolutely does not work.
Yeah, that's one that you
Yeah,
need
or-
the creator to
Was
keep them going.
Right.
Didn't what's his name pass away?
John Witherspoon.
John
Yeah,
Witherspoon?
Witherspoon is
Yeah,
is
and
gone.
you can't make it without grandpops.
They were. I remember they were
son.
trying. They were going to, they were saying something about bringing like I can't even think of her name, but they were gonna do like the sister of Granddad or something like that. So
But not without Aaron though. It wouldn't be the.
Yeah, without Aaron McGruder, it's not going to work.
oh yeah.
One Prodigal Son sounds like a Michael Ealy program. I feel like that's something he would cast Michael Ealy for.
Welcome back to AKA Braille. He says, I remember Prodigal Son, the actor playing the dad was chewing up the scenes.
Got to if you sitting there in prison and you constantly behind glass.
You know what?
And you don't get
Honestly,
to do nothing else.
That reminds me of like it's a show. I haven't watched it, but it's on NBC. And our old friend Zach Morris, Mark Paul Gosselaar, is playing Sir on Found. They're saying he is just like he's killing it. Like killing it.
Is that the show with the black lady from Shameless?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
He's trying to wash away that Zach Morris. Like, look, I can act.
Zach Morris
He
is
been
trash
trying,
thing.
he been trying to watch that for like 20 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like he'll never get around. Like you would never know that the brother's mixed. He's like half half Thai. Yeah, half Thai and white. I was like, I didn't know that for the longest time.
Who's mixed?
Mark Paul
Gosselaar.
Man, move on to the next thing. Ain't nobody listening to that, man.
Oh,
Hold up.
Into the Badlands, dude.
Wait, and the Badlands died? I mean, died? You got canceled?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, Warrior technically got another
Finished.
season. Is finished
Yeah.
because it got another season on Max. I think didn't Into the Badlands dude get one too?
It
Or-
got one. It got another one. It was like a third season, but then that was it. They like it ended like abruptly, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
okay.
No, yeah. Warrior at least got its finish.
Yeah,
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 for sure.
yeah. It
Finish
did.
Warrior. Then.
Yeah, Royal
'Cause I
T'Challa
was
also,
on season 2. 'cause
Royal T'Challa also brought up the Blade TV.
Oh, okay.
Let's not talk
He
about
said
that.
it's
But
garbage.
yeah,
No. We know it's garbage, but sticky fingers, man. There's only one blade. There's ever only gonna be one blade. What about that one though? That show was terrible. Here's the worst part of it though. The lore and stuff that they were trying to explore was actually really interesting. Like that's part of the reason. It's like we all tuned in to see the first episode just to see it. But when they started talking about like the House of Chthon and all this other stuff that like if you look at the original Blade Blu-ray, I'm sorry, DVD that had tons of extras. It was like a double-sided disc with just a ridiculous amount of extras. Some of that stuff mentioned on the extras was what they were starting to explore in the show. And I'm like, a better main actor might have been actually interesting to see.
Yeah. Which Blade TV series was just as bad? Oh man. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
we interviewed long time ago. Interviewed the actress from that, Yancey Butler.
Yes, we did. She was nice, but the show.
She was a nice
just-
person, but
But
she was not
Yeah.
Elisa Maza.
Anyway, so the last thing I kind of wanted to touch on, there's a movie out there that's in the theaters right now. Megashawn and I went to see it earlier today. The Smashing Machine. This was supposed to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's answer to Dave Bautista saying that your ass can't act. He says, "Hold my beer, Dave Bautista." Yes, the fuck I can. So we watched it, and I have to say, mission accomplished. He did a fantastic job. The movie itself is like,
Did he get like a 15-minute standing ovation or something crazy?
yeah, some
They
festival or
paid
something
all
like
those
that.
people. He paid them all.
He paid them all,
Paid 'em
huh?
all.
Okay. It's like, it's $1,000 under your seat.
It
Just
was
go ahead and
famous people in the room. It,
was.
it wasn't like he was the richest person in the room.
say. But hey, they'll never turn down
Give you
free money.
$7.
They'll never turn down free money.
Okay, now you want to attack the $7? You're something else today. You're out of control.
I mean, he's doing better than me, so I
Anyway, no. So the Smashing Machine, to say it didn't do well at the box office is a little bit of an understatement. I
Wait,
mean,
when
did it
did it
come
come
out?
out? When did it come
I
out?
think it's been
this
2
last
weeks.
this last weekend.
Ooh.
This last weekend.
I didn't even know it had already came out.
Yeah, and it's a wide release, and it did.
They say it's the
like
worst movie ever.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Again,
It was
that's
either-
not me saying that.
No,
Yeah,
let's get the exact box
The-
office.
the
while
exact
you're talking,
box office
while you're
number-
looking for that.
Right.
Tell me this:
Yeah.
from how much it was? I don't know what the budget. But how much from
Well,
what
you look-
is seen?
I did look it up. Yeah, but go ahead.
Okay, no, go ahead. What from what y'all saw in the movie? Was the budget spent on sets and stuff,
Spent on his nose.
or was it?
It does look like the majority of it was spent on probably makeup,
Yeah.
covering because you wouldn't even think he had tattoos.
I don't know.
Like,
I understand.
But I'm
that,
saying, so
yeah.
prosthetics,
And
prosthesis.
he disappeared into this role.
That's what he says.
Visually, he
but
reminded me, but
visually,
he
yes, but it wasn't. This is not a Jamie Foxx in Ray situation.
No,
To where
definitely
in
not
the
that.
end,
Yeah,
when the
definitely not
glasses
that.
come off,
Yeah.
like, oh shit, it's Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
No, I knew who I was watching the entire time.
Right.
Gotcha.
Did he do well? Yes, I believe they shot a lot in New Mexico. And maybe on extras, maybe they spent a lot of the budget on and finding old cars and cleaning them up. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it might have been what did it say, 65 million or something like that.
Yeah, 50 was the budget.
Is what it took to make. Okay, 50.
And what was the
so
box
far
office?
Is 7.
$7 million. That's all it made.
As
last
I said,
weekend.
the internet said, not me, said the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
Budget wise, financially.
Yes.
We've seen the movie before, and I think that's the issue. And then I think also, and then I went on to Google Johnny Cash, Elvis, and movies like that to
La La
where
Land you looked up too.
I looked up La La Land just because usually the movies that win the awards nobody sees.
Yeah, they don't make a lot of money either.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, do they make more than $7 million?
Yeah, they usually do.
But Johnny Cash didn't do that well because again, the younger audience isn't looking for Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
I did look up the Elvis movie, and that did like 400 million.
That's Elvis.
Well,
though.
no, but it's Elvis, and it's a younger white actor who young
Butler.
girls like Austin Butler,
And it had Tom Hanks.
and it had Tom Hanks.
Oh,
So,
well.
so you got the older generation,
The cheat
you
in
got the
there.
younger generation.
cheat code.
You're going to get those young women who want to see him. So that makes sense. I don't think anybody's checking for The Rock like that anymore because people, I think, are tired of seeing him, especially based off of y'all saying these contracts he has where he can't lose. It's like nobody wants to see some juggernaut win all the time because it's like, what the fuck am I going to the theater for? There's no parity.
And Harrison is right. What's the audience? And most people
Exactly.
don't know who the movie is about.
Exactly. Right. So I didn't know who that guy was. Now, if you said Ortiz or
Chuck Liddell.
or Ken Shamrock
Yeah.
or Chuck
Yeah.
Liddell,
Mhm.
like people know, some people know that mostly our generation,
Right.
or somebody who's a big fan
Right.
of the UFC.
Right.
So I don't, though that $7 million, that's not his fault at all. Just nobody knows who the movie's about. People aren't necessarily going to see movies like that anyway.
I haven't seen any marketing for it.
Well,
I have, but it's not
every
a
now,
lot.
but mostly it was like ESPN.
Yeah.
But then you think of the TKO and W. Like they're all
yeah.
they're in it together,
Yeah.
and even that couldn't help it. But he did well. Emily Blunt did well.
Yes, she did.
I would, and then also as we keep talking about the financial state of people in this country, do you go see a movie that's better rated, from a Long Walk or from whatever else is out, Fantastic Four, Superman, Demon Slayer, do you have somebody watch your kids? Do you spend that $30-$50 to go see a movie about a guy who you don't know who he is? Or do you go and see something that's been thrown in your face for the last, 2-3 months?
So I'm gonna highlight something for you guys, and you this probably won't come as much of a surprise to you, considering the amount of money that this movie made. 1 o'clock showing at the Imagine Canton
Super EMAX.
Super EMAX. How many people you think was in there?
2.
You would be correct. Just me and Megashawn. That is it.
Y'all rented out the theater.
We did. Rent it out.
Rented out the
Rent it out the
theater.
theater.
yes.
For 30
Right.
bucks.
Yes.
Now, we
One
went to
battle
go
after
see.
another.
Now, you didn't mention it. Last week, we did go see One Battle After Another Harrison,
We did.
and we enjoyed that movie.
did.
And it was in a smaller theater,
Yep.
and it was 4 times the amount of people. But that had Tiana Taylor, it had DiCaprio,
Leo, yep.
it had
that's
Regina
my man-
King,
my
right?
man,
Regina
Benicio
King,
del
right?
Toro.
Benicio del Toro.
Boy, he was on fire in that movie.
Yeah.
The thing is, I saw advertisements for that film.
Yeah.
Like, I've been seeing ads for that movie for the last month. Solid. Even on YouTube videos that I watched and stuff. So it's like the Smashing Machine, I think I saw like maybe one commercial for that, and it might have been during like Raw or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I
Exactly.
just,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly. And that's the audience they were catering to. And clearly,
I get it, but
they didn't care enough about The Rock, one. Two, They didn't give a fuck about who this movie was about.
Which
So-
is a Mark Kerr, right?
Mark Kerr,
yeah.
who was one of the pioneers of MMA back in the day.
Which, to
Early
be
Ultimate
honest,
Fighting Championship.
unless you're a UFC person,
You
you
would
don't
never
care
know.
about you don't care about that either.
Exactly. Like so, I used to watch Pride back in the day because I was like, that was when MMA was really getting big. You know, it was Pride, it was K1, and it was UFC. Those were the big promotions that were out there. I still don't remember Mark Kerr. Like,
Like he said, Tito Ortiz, like Randy Couture,
Yeah.
like some of those guys, Brock Lesnar, obviously, Anderson
Right.
Silva. Like, those are the names you remember. Like, again, unless you're just into it,
right.
that's not
Case
going
in
on
point,
people's radar.
the only person I know that I remember from Pride, Wanderlei Silva, and that was because he used to always like
Yeah.
kick the shit out of people when they were down on the ground.
Now, here's the weird part, though. In the movie, they say that the guy is 6'1", and I'm like, now I know
Show the picture of him and The Rock next to each other.
No, I know Dwayne is not 6'1". He's yeah, right. So
That's what they say.
Yeah. So
That's
what
they say.
So what it felt like was, again, if what y'all saying is true about these contracts and the ego, what it felt like was he felt that Dave energy coming, and he said, "I've got to do something." And that script came by his desk. They probably wanted financing from him, and he said, "I'll do you one better. I'll
Harrison
give you
said it
some of
right
my
here.
money, but I got a star in it." And they were like,
Harrison said it right there.
All
He
right.
said it sounds like they bought a script for him for him
Yes.
to exhibit his acting chops.
100%.
And he did the damn thing.
"Now,
So
is it worth $50 million?
now,
That would depend on what roles he gets moving
this,
forward."
right.
But the issue with Arnold. We had the conversation in the parking lot.
we did.
Arnold looked like a superhero, but not like a monster. Like, Arnold had a look people wanted to attain to, whereas in, Dwayne's, it's just mass and size, and obviously he's
a freaking Hulk,
he's jacked
man.
everywhere.
Yeah,
but Arnold is 6'1", maybe 6'2". He's not 6'4", 6'5". You look like a mountain. Bruce Willis, small, white guy, barefoot, blood on his feet. Like,
An
okay,
everyman.
yeah, he's an everyday man.
I think, to your point with that, even when Arnold was Terminator,
He looked real. He
was
bigger than everybody else.
No, he was intimidated because
Yes.
when he walked into that biker bar and found the guy that he took his clothes, boots, and motorcycle,
Mm-hmm.
that guy facing off against him is like, okay, if Arnold wasn't a machine, this guy might actually
Exactly.
be able to get him. He might be able to take him.
Exactly.
I would be honest with you. Yeah, I don't. You guys know that Arnold was like a big fan of the Humvees and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually came down here to the actual facilities where my dad worked, and my dad actually met him. And I saw he had a picture next to him.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was like maybe like a couple inches taller than him.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But was this recently or?
Oh, that's-
No, this is back when he was
back in the
Arnold.
day.
No,
Like,
that's
when he was Arnold.
Yeah, he was Arnold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Dwayne, it's like, even because Batista's not as tall as he is, right?
Uh-uh.
So Batista being maybe 6'1", 6'2", and then now getting slimmer. You figure Will Ferrell's 6'2", 6'3". You know what I mean? Height isn't the issue. It's the height and the mass. And that's just difficult. You said who?
After this movie,
Right. But he still got the shoulders.
Right.
You know what I
Shoulders
mean?
ain't going nowhere.
And so I think also for audiences, it's just hard for them to, and then people are like, they're just tired of seeing them.
Yeah, and you're right about that. Because what you're talking about, the mass and stuff like that, and you're contrasting him to Arnold, right? Arnold never looked like Lou Ferrigno the Hulk. Like when you saw Lou Ferrigno on TV, he was a freaking mass.
And you
of a
notice
man.
Lou Ferrigno didn't get the work Arnold got.
Did not. He did not. Absolutely. Yes, his him being
Deaf,
being
partially
partially deaf, and him not really being able to speak very well certainly didn't help his cause. And his acting.
But
skills weren't
Arnold
the greatest.
ruined him
had-
also, because
Yeah.
if
Arnold
you
had-
watch Pumping Iron, you know Arnold ruined Lou Ferrigno. Pumping
That
Iron.
is so true.
Yeah, he
That
did.
is so
but
true.
but beyond that, you look at Dwayne, especially in this movie, he looked like a Hulk of a man. Like literally just
Man, when I was watching that, I'm like, he about to kill everybody in the ring.
just like dog. Yeah. Like literally, man. It was just like anyway. I asked you in the parking lot, where would you compare this role of his to the ones that Dave Bautista has acted in since he's thought of as the best wrestler turned actor
Right.
since then, where would you put it? Stack him up against John Cena too, if you want to.
Well, I mean, with John Cena played, I think the issue is it's too much power that
What do you mean by that?
Dwayne has.
Okay.
So Batista was coming from a place of being humble and trying to get into something.
Okay.
John Cena was coming from being humble and trying to get into something. The best we saw of The Rock was him being humble, trying to get into something. The movie we were referring to earlier was Be Cool.
Be Cool.
So in Be Cool, to me, that would have been some of his best work, but he looked like a regular in-shape guy. He wasn't like, I don't know if Be Cool hits the same if we're looking at this monster on the screen.
Right.
You know, because it's not believable him being suspect and eating whole drumsticks. You know what I mean? Nobody's believing.
He said, "I like this."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Be Cool doesn't work if he's that size.
Yeah.
So as far as Batista, like he picks the majority of the movies he's in, he's the third or the fourth character. And so he's being carried, you know, and he does his job well. And I think that is the issue, is that, you know, once The Rock got to the stratosphere, he was like, I'm not fucking coming off of this. You know, whereas in Batista, he's like, no, I'm fine. You know.
I think when you see Batista-led movies, if it's not like the buddy cop feel, or even like the one where he was teamed up with a little kid, like the spy movie or whatever, like for one of Batista's more interesting movies that I saw recently was Killer's Game.
Mm-hmm.
Killer's Game was like just really well done.
Yeah.
He's playing an assassin who's thinking that he had a terminal illness. Come to find out it was a misdiagnosis, but he had already hired all these other assassins to kill him, so he would be able to give his girl the insurance money, because that's the only way you can't off yourself. You have to actually, you know, be killed in the line of duty for the golden parachute or whatever they called it. That was a good movie because of he led the film.
Yeah.
But it just worked because he allowed all the other people to come in and do stuff and they didn't kill him, obviously, but they one-upped him a few times, got it, you know, so it's like, okay, cool. He might actually die. You had that feeling that it's possible. In The Rock, when he's got that Statham contract and this Vin Diesel contract, guys can't lose a fight. That's the
dumbest thing in the world. It doesn't help the narrative of the story. You can't be.
And I think people get to a point where they're like, all right. Because even Batista in that movie, I never thought, oh wow, he looks like some hulking figure. You just look like like the body of an assassin.
Well, even still, like he had Drew McIntyre in that movie with him, who is even bigger than he is.
Correct.
You know, because Drew McIntyre used to be skinny way back in the day. He bulked up huge, and it's like you see him going up against Batista. It's like this dude, it could actually probably take him out.
Correct.
And you actually got kind of worried for him. Mm-hmm. Scott Adkins is in the movie as well, so it's like you had a great cast in that movie.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, no, yeah, I know. I was making that when he said Scott Adkins. It's just Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne one
I knew he was going, what if?
Yeah. and Royal T'Challa, absolutely. Scott Adkins' accidental hitman is hilarious.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
I actually enjoyed the film.
I think there's a sequel, Accident Man 2.
He said that it was a missed opportunity. I guess he didn't like it, but I'm a Scott Adkins fan, honestly. And Accident Man or Accidental Hitman, I had fun with it. I thought it was cool.
See Ninja 2.
Ninja 2 was dope, though.
It was.
I'm trying to remember if I saw Ninja 2 or just Ninja 1.
Damn it.
Off the air. We'll get to it off the air.
Yeah.
All right, so that is just about the show for this week. I want to thank everybody for joining us this week, hanging out with us on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. You guys have been great. Royal T'Challa and SD Kings. I hope you guys come back next week for another great episode of Culture Junkies Live along with everybody else. If you want to find more stuff on the Culture Junkies, come over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Culture Junkies, and watch GQ's great unboxings, some of the clips from the show, and some of the other stuff that we've done. And you can also watch our clips of this very show on TikTok.
Real quick, I just want to answer Harrison real quick.
Yes.
Yes, as a child, I saw him in person, The Rock, and this was back when he was wearing those Versace T-shirts all the time.
Yeah.
And as a child, So I was probably 15, 14.
Uh-huh.
That was the largest person I had ever seen in my life at that time. So I haven't seen him, then, but he was a massive man then without the shoulders.
Oh, half black, half Samoan. He's Tony Rocky Horror.
But thank y'all for watching.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Like
Join
and
us next week.
subscribe.
Absolutely. Like and
Share.
subscribe
Like,
and share.
subscribe.
Bring some
Notifications.
Yeah,
Hit 'em.
bring.
Do
You
it
want
all.
to finish?
Yeah, I'm just trying to plug in all you got to fill in them holes, man. You got to let them know where we at.
We're everywhere.
You got to let them know where we're going.
He said he's already watched our whole YouTube.
All the
Appreciate
YouTubes?
that.
Going back to
If
like
you watch
12
it
years?
3 hours.
Oh.
Right, you got 12 years of watching
12
to
years
do
of
it.
watching to do, man.
Hey, 12
Hey.
years.
Watch it again. Put it on another TV at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's right. That's right. We're about halfway there to get
There
monetized,
you go.
man. And we can't wait to get there because we got some great stuff in store for you all. Bring some friends. Come back to the next week's episode. Make the chat even more hype. For my friends, the Great Edge Kuji, GQ.
Mega Sean.
Simon says, I am Kishiro. See you guys next week. Have a good one.
They said he loved the show.